Okay, PWC Today forum followers. This will be a very amateur video due to I don't really like to talk to myself on camera and do this very often, but I promised it to everybody, so this is what we got, the walk around video. We'll start in the back corner here. Exhaust. And if anybody wants to know, the three inputs here, we got the top two here are the dual input from the pump. The bottom one down there you see going to the back, this guy down here is the auto bilge, so the water flows out that one. We go through the firewall, I'll call it. Lots of hoses and stuff on this job. I mean, a lot of hoses. Anyways, these big lines you see here, they are that's where the radiator fluid flows to the heat exchanger, which I have kind of sitting in there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's in there. And you see the Y right here. That Y is the output for the water. It comes in from the pump. Two outputs, because there'll be two pissers on each side of the hole up front when it's all said and done. So 4 total to get a pretty good flow through that heat exchanger. The motor, most of the electronics and stuff I've kept in the same location. Zip ties, like this bundle of stuff here, that's how it came from the factory. So by doing that, hopefully I won't have any wires rubbing on stuff and wearing through to, you know, causing shorts and stuff. That's the plan with that. Still need a flame arrestor right here. Battery's not quite hooked up yet. I figured I'd wait till the last second to hook that up. Fuel line I left full length, just because I think in this little space straight down here I'm going to put in some foam. Cut out a little circle in the foam to stuff the fire extinguisher straight up and down in there. Gas tank. Originally I started using the foam to make a bed for the tank, and I ended up not using it because I just figured it would create mold and never dry out under the tank. So what I did is I did these, if you look down in there, I got little rubber bumpers that hold the tank roughly 1/4 inch off the bottom of the hole, so water and air can get under the tank freely and, you know, not cause any problems. Here's the front bumper of rubber, so it can't go forward. Tank can't slide backwards because it goes against the battery box with that rubber spacer between it. And then the two straps, they're just came off out of the spark somehow. I don't remember what they held down in the spark, but I used them to hold the tank down. The straps are connected to the inside of the Pro Watercraft sponson screws. So I kind of utilized that all in one shot, made it kind of simple. They actually worked out pretty good, and they're pretty tight on there. Anyways, this steering cable is just sitting through the bow eye right now. This right here is the electronics that will go up the handle pole. What I did is I ordered one of those Spark Tricks steering harnesses because they're longer, because I guess the Tricks handlebars go up and down, so they need a little more length. This is the Tricks version right here. Pretty long. I think it'll reach all the way to the throttle and everything without having to extend anything, except for maybe the LCD readout plug might have to be extended about 10 inches maybe. Otherwise, yeah, more bundle of wires. I used the catch tank for the radiator, made a little bracket for that. You can see how that kind of goes down in the front right here. Yeah, it's a mess. But everything's tight. Nothing's going to rub, I hope. We're all good. with that stuff. Got two water filters here. This guy here, this is the third input from the jet pump back there. Water comes in here through the filter, comes up, cools just the exhaust spark system. Never goes into the motor. So that filters that one. The filter below you see down here is part of the dual input. Comes around the front of the motor over there, under the front. Comes up right here, you can see the clear line through the filter, back under the motor. Comes around over here, over the thing, into the front part of the heat exchanger. You can see that there. It has two 1/2-inch lines go into a 3/4 line. The heat exchanger is 3/4 in and out on both the radiator fluid and the water side. And that's actually a little bit longer heat exchanger than everybody recommended, so I just wanted to make sure we were going to stay cool. That was a fun part to do there too. This hose hanging out here, this is the output on the exhaust. If you look under there, kind of comes around. That'd come out two separate pissers on the front. What I'm going to end up having is 3 pissers on each side. Actually the front 4, 2 on each side will be the heat exchanger output. And then the other 2, the one on each side, will be the exhaust split in half. So a total of 6 pissers total for everything. And the rear 2 will be for the exhaust, so I kind of know which is which if something quits squirting water. These are the left front 2 pissers, and over here you got the right 2 front pissers, which I haven't put on yet. I got to put the top deck on first before we do that. Otherwise, pretty much all stock stuff everywhere. Water box I had to modify a little bit to clear the front part of the tray. Not too terrible of a thing. Got the auto bilge in here, plus the regular bilge down there, so we should be good with that. This right here on this side, this is the input for the third input off the jet pump for the exhaust cooling. And I got the IBR system in here. Gonna run the trim nozzle with the IBR system. Hopefully that works out okay. And then this guy right here, this plate. This brace goes in here. It'll bolt up like that, and then there'll be bolts through the front of the tray. That's kind of a lateral type brace thing. I can't put that on until I get this other piece of tray that goes right here for more tray strength when you're standing up there. Otherwise, that's about it for the walk around. Go down the jet pump here. You can see the tilt control, the steering. Kind of dark down there, but I don't have the intake or the ride plate on yet. But anyway, that's what we got so far. And also got the ball check bailer valve, whatever you call it. So 3 forms to get the water out of this ski if it decides to take on water. So anyways, I guess that will be it for the walk around, and almost ready to start. I just got to put gas in the tank and plug a few things in, the throttle and the IBR, so the computer doesn't go haywire. But otherwise, should be running in a day or so here. All right, thanks a lot.